Hi, this video is on TRB 2017 Polytechnic Control System Solution Part A questions. First question, a pair of root has been moved further away from the imaginary axis, then the relative stability of the system will be decreased, B infinity, C improved, and D undefined. Solution. So relative stability is a quantitative measure of how fast transient die out in the system. So from that we can identify this relative stability is improved. The option is option C. Question number 2. The Nyquist plot of a first order system g of j omega is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus j omega t is. So 4 options are given for Nyquist plot. So solution. So we need to find magnitude and phase at omega is equal to 0 and omega is equal to infinity. So for the corresponding function, magnitude m is equal to 1 by square root of 1 plus omega t the whole square. Phi is equal to tan inverse of omega t. So when omega is equal to 0, magnitude is 1 and phase angle is 0. When omega is equal to infinity, magnitude is 0, phase angle is minus 90. So when m is equal to omega is equal to 0, m is equal to 1. So here m is not 1, this is not answer. Here also m is not equal to 1, this is also not answer. So these two cases, when omega is equal to 0, magnitude is 1. So we need to check the other cases. When omega is equal to infinity, magnitude is 0. Both the cases, the magnitude is satisfied, but phase angle is here. When omega is equal to infinity, phase angle is minus 90, but here the phase angle is minus 180. This is not option, so the correct option is option B. Question number 3. Select the wrong statement about the negative feedback control closed loop system. So A, better stability in steady state, increase the error signal, reject any disturbance signal, low sensitivity to parameter variation. So here the main point is we need to identify the wrong statement. So some of the point about negative feedback, overall gain decreases, reduce the noise and disturbance. So automatically this is correct. And sensitivity is made small by increasing the feedback gain, remove of hormonal effect of parameter variation, so this is also correct. And increase stability, so increase the bandwidth of the system, improve the stability, so there is improve the stability, so this is also correct. So the wrong statement is increase the error signal, so the option is option B. Fourth question, for the type 1 second order system, the value of peak overshoot is A, e power minus epsilon pi divided by square root of 1 minus epsilon squared, and B, e power minus pi divided by square root of 1 minus epsilon squared, C, e power minus epsilon by square root of 1 minus epsilon squared, D, e power minus t squared by 1 minus epsilon squared. So for the second order system, this is the standard formula available. Rise time n pi minus theta divided by omega d. Omega d is nothing but omega in square root of 1 minus epsilon square. D is nothing but tan inverse 1 minus epsilon square by epsilon. This is peak time n pi by omega d. So this is n is 1357. This is peak value and peak overshoot value. So n is equal to 1 means we get first peak overshoot, n is equal to 3 means second peak overshoot, like that. So here n is equal to 2467 means value point or undershoot. So first undershoot value is, first value point is 2, n is equal to 2, and second value point n is equal to 4, and goes on. This is maximum overshoot, e power minus pi epsilon divided by square root of 1 minus epsilon squared into 100. And this is settling time, depends on tolerance value, settling time vary. 5% 3 divided by epsilon, For 2%, 4 by epsilon omega n. For practical cases, 5 divided by epsilon omega n. And the time period for oscillation t is equal to 2 pi by omega d in second, and delay time is 1 plus 0.75 epsilon divided by omega n. This is the formula applicable for second order system. So the answer corresponding to this is option A, e power minus pi epsilon. This is the formula, e power minus pi epsilon divided by square root of 1 minus epsilon squared into 100. So this is the answer. Then question number 5. For characteristic equation having more number of poles than zeros, the number of root locus branches will be equal to option A, number of zeros, option B, number of poles, option C, sum of A and B above, difference of B and A above. So answer is the number of root locus branches will be equal to number of open loop poles. So the correct option is option B. Next question number 6. The system is represented by block diagram shown below. The nature of response is underdamped, A underdamped, B critically damped, C overdamped, and D undamped. So the transfer function is given by, this is a closed loop function, g of s by 1 plus g of s h of s. So here g of s equal to 10 by s into s plus 1, and h of s value is 1. Substitute these two value here. Finally we get 10 divided by s square plus s plus 10. So in general, second order transfer function omega n square divided by s square plus 2 epsilon omega n s plus omega n square. Compare these two, we get omega n square is equal to 10. So from that omega n is equal to root 10. Then compare the s part, 2 epsilon omega n is equal to 1. From that we can find epsilon 1 divided by 2 root 10 is always less than 1. So the system is underdamped. So the correct answer is option A. So the transfer function are given below. Which one represent the non-minimum phase function? So first we need to understand what is meant by non-minimum and minimum phase function. So minimum phase transfer function whose poles and zeros are located in left half of the S-plane. All the poles and zeros are located in left half of the S-plane means minimum phase. So non-minimum means which has at least one pole or zeros located in right half of the S-plane is called non-minimum. So then all paths transfer function means which has poles and zeros symmetrically placed with respect to j omega 6. Such system do not alter the amplitude of input signal. Phase varies from 180 to 0 degree for omega varies from 0 to infinity. So the given question is non-minimum. Non-minimum means at least one pole in the right side. So here one pole and one zero both are in left side. Here 2 poles and 2 zeros on left side. Here also 1 0 and 3 poles, only 2 at origin and 1 at left side. This function only 1 zeros on right side of S plane, 2 poles on left side. So this is the non-minimum phase transfer function. So question number 8, the total gain x4 by x1. That means we need to find transfer function for this flow graph. So number of forward path is 1. Forward path gain is ABC. Number of loop is 1. L1 is equal to BD. By Mason's gain formula, transfer function is 1 by D. Summation of k is equal to 1. Pk and del k. K is equal to 1. Finally we get P1 del 1 divided by del. So here del 1 is 1 because forward path is touching the loop. So that means del 1 is equal to 1. So del is nothing but 1 minus sum of loop gain plus 2 non-touching loop gain, sum of 2 non-touching minus sum of 3 non-touching, and goes on. Here these two terms not applicable, only this term. So 1 minus BD, substitute P1 and del 1 and del value in this formula, we get transfer function is ABC by 1 minus BD. The correct option is option C. So next question, question number 9, the steady state error of type 1 system for unit step input signal is equal to. So just memorize this table, type and input 0 1 2 and input step parabolic. So these are the value for the given problem type 1 and unit step. Type 1 and unit step, the error value is 0. Next video on TRB 2017 Polytechnic Control System Part B question. Thank you.